Well, hi everyone. Welcome along to another edition of In the Box Seat. My name is Mark Liddymore, back with you and to give you all the latest in Greyhound Racing news right across South Australia. Plus, we'll be providing the hot tips as well for the Wednesday and the Thursday night program here at Albion Park. Of course, we've got the State Championship Sprint Series on coming up at Albion Park over the next couple of weeks. Well, we've got the heats here on this Thursday night. Our interview today is with trainer Rob Harnas. We look forward to the chat with Rob later on in the show. And a special thanks to Sean Matheson, who did a sterling job while I was away over the last 3 weeks or so. So thanks again, Sean, for his covering on In the Box Seat in my absence over the last few weeks. First of all, let's have a look at the Wednesday program. It's on Sky Racing 2, a 10-race program commencing at midday here at Albion Park, and race 5, number 8, Not My Son, is the first of our specials coming up there. Not My Son has had 3 starts since coming from Victoria, has won 7 races overall, ran second at Gawler last start, so is on the improver, Not My Son, so look out for it in race 5, number 8. Our other special comes up in race 6. It is number 3, Mr. Kotso, coming off the recent Derby series. Mr. Kotso, prepared by Ken Gilren, 4th in the semi-final of the Derby last start, has won 5 from 19 overall, has a reasonable record here at Albion Park. Look out for Mr. Kotso in race 6. The Honey's hot tips for Thursday night. First of all, we go race 2, number 8, Kissed a Girl, now trained by Laurie Carlin. Kissed a Girl. She flew around Albion Park here in 30 and 18 4 starts ago. Hasn't had a great deal of luck since though. And Kissed a Girl returned to form last start with a good second here last Thursday night. So watch out for Kissed a Girl in race 2. And the first 4 combination there is 8, 4, 1 and 5. And the second of the Honey's hot tips comes up in race 5. It is number 7, Kahale Kofi, trained by Peter Jovanovic. Very consistent performer, has been a fantastic chaser for connections, has won 15, placed on 19 other occasions from 50 starts, Kahale Kofi. Won well here from box 4 starts ago in 30 and 15. Has had a string of second placings since then, so watch out for Kahale Kofi. Not the quickest beginner, but will posse up handy from box 7 there in race 5 here on Thursday night. Our first 4 combination there in race 5 is 7 from 3, 2 and 4. Having a look at what's going on in South Australia over the next 7 days or so, well, we go to Port Augusta in the mid-north on Saturday. They have a non-TAB meeting on the 16th of October at Port Augusta. On Sunday, the 18th of October, the GOTBA, a Virginia coursing meeting, will occur there at Virginia on Sunday. And also on Sunday in the Twilight Zone, we go to Gawler. Now, this meeting is actually supported by the Strathalbyn Greyhound Racing Club. That's the Gawler meeting in the Twilight Zone this coming Sunday. On the national scene, first of all, we've got the Gold Coast Cup coming up on Thursday night, the 14th of October. It's a Group 2 race with $25,000. The heats were run there last Thursday night at Albion Park in Brisbane. We go to the west at Mandurah. The Schweppes Classic is on there over the 492 metres. That's a Group 3 race. Now that final is coming up on Friday night, the 15th of October. That final is worth $22,500 at Mandurah. The New South Wales GBOTA, the Pages Event Hire Series going on there. October 16 is the final. That's coming up on Saturday. That final is worth $25,000, a Group 2 race there. And we go to Wentworth Park on Saturday night, and we've got the Sydney Cup over the 720 metres there at Wenty Park in Sydney. Now, upcoming events here in South Australia, as I mentioned earlier, the heats of the South Australian Sprint Championship are coming up on Thursday. $3,000 those heats are worth, culminating in the final, which is worth $30,000, coming up on Thursday week. The final on the 21st of October there. Look forward to a clash of very good greyhounds here in South Australia at the moment. Look forward to those heats, first of all, this Thursday night. Finally, our In the Box Seat tip for Thursday night comes up in race 8. It is number 3, Strictly Mambo. Has got a bit of opposition though. Has a good record over the 600. Satanic Cash drawn box 1, but Strictly Mambo, you should get pretty handy odds about it. In super form over the 600. Has won his last 7 races over this journey. Toyed with his rivals last start, winning by 6.5 lengths in the time of 35 and 27. As I mentioned, Satanic Cash has drawn box 1. He's the likely favourite for the race, but watch out for Strictly Mambo. Race 8, number 3 here on Thursday night. So Strictly Mambo is the box seat selection there for Thursday night. It's time on In the Box Seat to introduce our special guest on the show. It is trainer Rob Harnas, who has two runners engaged in the South Australian Sprint Championship heats this weekend, or this Thursday night, I should say, at Albion Park, random test and also Point 2 over. So we welcome Rob to the show and thanks for your time.
You're welcome, Mark. Good to be here.
First of all, we'll talk about random test engaged in an early heat on Thursday night, drawn box 4. What are your feelings about the squeeze box?
It's really comes up to him how he steps. If he steps well, then he's going to be highly competitive. Took him to Brisbane, didn't step, got into trouble. Start before he got into trouble, so you could say he's out of form a bit. But I trialled him here last Saturday morning. He went super. So it really depends on the start. If he steps well, he'll be highly competitive.
He loves the rail too. Once he finds that rail, he can carve out some very quick time here.
He can, but it can also be his downfall because he's looking for it early, and in turn he's hitting other dogs. So if he could learn to run straight at the start, he'd be well above average. But he just tends to move in, but if he does find it, he's a good dog.
Point 2 over, engaged in another heat of the SA Sprint Championships here on Thursday night. Came out of box 7 here in the heat of the Sisti City Cup and went well in the final as well. You must be happy with the progress of this greyhound at the moment.
Yeah, he's going well. He's always shown the ability like Random Test has. He's probably in the speed department maybe 2 or 3 lengths slower than him, but he's a race dog. He knows how to race, and he can race from inside and outside, and he does run straight at the start. So drawn box 7 Thursday night, it won't be easy. You've got Boozeroo, who's a fantastic animal. So. But, he's drawn the runner race, and hopefully, without any interference, he'll be thereabouts.
Hopefully it can be a carbon copy of the last time he drew box 7, because I think he reeled off a personal best time here from the 7. I think Boozeroo was in the same race. That was the Sister City Cup heat, so you're hoping to repeat the dose again.
Be nice, but that was then, and Thursday night's a different story, and every race is different, and if he can repeat that performance, then he's going to be right there, and he's trained on nicely, and he should run well.
Another greyhound which is progressing through the ranks at the moment is Where's Chucky, racing in Free for All company at the moment. You haven't had the dog all its life. I think Sean Matcott trained it initially, but he's been going great guns for you lately.
Yeah, he's heading towards 4 in January. He's had a few issues. I sent him to Melbourne to race and had no luck there due to injuries. But he's come back here and he quite likes Albion Park, and he's a good little bread and butter dog.
Mr. Mavros is another one going okay at the moment. Would you say prefers the inside than the outside?
Yes, another one that tends to wants the fence. At this stage he's probably a good grade 5 dog. He just finds it a little bit tough once he steps up, but he's drawn box 4 in a later race Thursday night, and he's in a grade 5. So it's winnable for him, and he's trained on nicely. If he gets on the bunny, he's very hard to beat. So he's pulling up well, so we'll put him around again and see how he goes.
Another greyhound in the lower grades, Pure Alarm, very consistent performer. Has to go that next step, I suppose, but it's always around the money.
He is. He's a bit untapped. We really haven't got to the bottom of him. He's drawn box 8 Thursday night, which is not his cup of tea. He's another one that likes to rail, but he's had 12 or 13 starts and only missed the money about 3 times. And he's learning each run, and his best part of his race is his last part. So. But eventually we'll step him out to 600 and possibly 700. I mean, he's bred to run 700. So, but while he's in the lower grades, he can cut his teeth there, and hopefully he progresses. But he's another one that's consistently racing well without winning, and sooner than later he'll string a few together.
Have you got any other new dogs or young dogs coming along in your kennels that are worth following in the future?
I have. I've got a dog called Archer Street, which ran 3rd in the Champion Puppy, and since then I've just had ongoing issues with the injuries with him. But once he steps back into work, and if he can hold it together, he potentially could run sub 30. He's that type of animal. He's shown it to me. So, but he's had a few issues, and until I get them right, he's probably one to follow, and probably in about 6 weeks' time, I reckon.
Okay, we wish you all the very best of luck on Thursday night with your 2 charges in random test and 0.2 over, Rob, and all the best if you happen to make the final as well.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks very much, Mark.
Okay, that was trainer Rob Harnas joining us on the set of In the Box Seat. Well, that just about takes us away for another week of another edition of In the Box Seat. You can just click on to the Greyhound Racing SA website, follow the links, and you'll grab the In the Box Seat. The latest edition comes up every Tuesday between 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Thanks to our guests here today on In the Box Seat. We'll catch you again next week.